Hey there, YouTube. This is Lou2X here again. It's been a while since I did a review. I know all 100 of you who viewed that atrocious Superfire Convoy review a while back. Well, I have something pretty new. As you might know by now, I'm a pretty big Tokusatsu fan. So I decided to dive into getting changing devices. In this case, I decided to pick up on eBay my first one, which is the Gogo Sentai Boukenger Acellular, or Adventure Cell Phone Acellular. For American fans and Power Rangers fans, you might also know this as the Overdrive Tracker from Power Rangers Operation Overdrive. The version I'm reviewing today is the Bandai Asia release, which came out in 2008. Now, compared to the Japanese release, I've heard they're pretty much 99% the same. The only real difference is that the paint quality is just a tad bit poorer on the Asia release, as noted by a few paint smudges and scratches on the package when I got this. The only real big ones are right up here on the front with the Boukenger emblem. It's a little smeared on mine, and a few scratches and whatnot, scratchy looking marks that were on the toy in the screen and a little on the back. Really, though, the paint quality is pretty durable and it's a pretty good condition. Just take a look at the box. It's essentially the same as the Japanese one, right down to the packaging. The only difference really is the lack of a Toei mark and Bandai Asian information and Chinese writing, and the presence of English instructions. As you can see here, note the misspelling of Acellular and your little promotions for the Go-Go vehicles. This puts it at 2009, so it could be that this did come out in 2009. I'm really not sure. Either way, this is this is an official release. It's pretty much the same. So it was also really cheap on eBay. This is approximately 20 bucks, 13 more for shipping. So it was a good deal. I haven't been able to see any Japanese ones out there on the market anymore. If anybody can really give me any information as to just how different in quality this is compared to that, I'm assuming it's probably negligent, probably niggling, excuse me. Alright, so, as you know by now from that little monologue, the other thing is, this was the main changer for the 5 Boukengers who worked for the SGS to recover preciouses from the Negative Syndicate, blah, 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 blah. Let's give it a whirl, alright? Yeah, as you can see here, you got the little switch, so it's on. Cannot get that to work. Let's try that again, shall we? There's a way to instantly... Alright. There we go. It's a little difficult to pull off at first, but you can easily get it to swing up in one swing. Alright, now, button-wise, you got very soft plastic buttons. They're very comfortable, not too hard, and they're easy to push. As you can hear, the sounds cycle through about 3 sounds for the overall set. You have your call/alert button, and you have your Bouken light, or black light. Now, one thing I will bring up is that I've never seen anybody review the Bouken chips, so I figured I might as well show them. Now, as you'll notice, I haven't taken mine out of the packaging. I don't know if these are any different for the Japanese release. I know that the Japanese release features, well, Japanese on the little thing outside of the chips. But let's take a look at these, shall we? Right, your first one, I know you can't really see it that well, but it's a hand and it says stop. Also refers to, paper. The second one says victory. It's a little two-finger sign. In that case, scissors. And the third one says attack and has a fist or rock. So it's a rock, paper, scissors motif. You get a pair of these. They're both practically the same. I'm most likely not going to be punching mine out just for the sake of keeping them in good condition. They come in a black plastic bag, as you can see, which is mainly to keep them safe because, they do react to light and they can easily, I'm assuming it's a precaution to keep them in good condition. Alright, let us get to the changing sequence. Adventure for treasure, Boukenger, ready! Boukenger, start up! So as you can see, very nice sounds, very clear sounds. It's a really cool effect. I definitely love that. I've always loved it, and if I weren't holding my camera with the other hand, I would do the classic striking it across the arm sequence that was used in the show. Now, along with the transformation noise, you've also got your two different command buttons. As you can see here, apologize for the blurriness, you've got first, of course, change, which is the burst button, You've then got vehicle, which is the go button, plus any number, in this case 1, and then spinning the Bouken turbine there. So let's do that. Let's try that again on camera this time. Nice sounds, very clear sounds, really nice touch, so let's go the whole out. And of course, from there we have the various go-go vehicle combinations. Alright, right here as you can see we've got combine and then the mech button, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wonder what'll happen. Yep, Bouken. And of course, you can also combine it with all the other secondary go-go vehicles. It does that for all of them. I don't feel the need to go into all of them. But of course, you can also do Super Bouken. Nice sounds, again, love the variety. And of course there is Ultimate Formation. Now you can also do, of course, Daitanken from the movie The Greatest Precious. So, of course, you can also, if you want to be a real jackass, you can also just randomly hit buttons and make annoying sound combinations or amuse your friends or something. And of course you get an error sound if you try anything peculiar with the mech combinations. And of course on the side you've got your camera, which doesn't work but in truth holds the speaker, and your battery pack and everything inside. 3 AAA batteries. So it's pretty easy to find the right power source for it. And as you can see from there, there is the Boukenger logo on the back when you flip it over, which is really nice. So, what would I overall rate this? Well, it's a great toy. You can still find it, again, for really cheap. I guess before I go into my rating, what is the difference between this and the Overdrive Tracker? Well, I don't own an Overdrive Tracker, but I can tell you that from what I have seen, number one, the paint apps are not as prevalent. The silver parts right here are not on the Overdrive Tracker. It is left black. I believe that a flatter color gold is used here on the Boukenger emblem. Of course, the faceplate is changed to morph and also changes combine to Megazord. Furthermore, I believe the go button segment right there is also a bit different. The other difference is, of course, that all of these nice sounds from that one guy who was a host on Iron Chef, you know, those are not on there, of course. Number one, because herder Japanese. Number two, you do get a voice for these main 2 buttons. And surprisingly enough, the blacklight, but you don't get them for the individual vehicles or combinations, which is a bit of a shame, but I can understand that Bandai of America likes to cut cost. I would highly recommend, if you are into either franchise or specifically either series Operation Overdrive or Boukenger, to go ahead and get yourself the Acellular. It's just really nice. You get more sounds, you get more bang for your buck. Plus, you can also get the Acellular holder, which I don't know where to get that currently, but I can live without it. Either way, you can't go wrong with this. If I were to give it a grade, I would probably give it a 4 out of 5. It's great. Yeah, there's a few little annoyances, mainly with the paint. And well, the black light isn't really as powerful as I hoped it would be. But really, this is one of the heck of a toy. I would honestly recommend it, and I'm hoping to get a few more changers in the future. People feel free to give me some recommendations. I was looking into, among them, the SP license from Deca Ranger, the G phone from Gao Ranger, and the Digitizer from Mega Ranger, aka 3 toys I know I will never get because they're expensive as heck. But really, I highly recommend you pick this up. This toy has remained solid even after 4 years. I know that's not that much, but it just shows how well it's designed, and I fully recommend it. That's it for now. I will probably in the near future be, I don't know, uploading some more Kamen Rider Blade and Digimon Tamer soundtracks and whatever the heck else. But in the meantime, y'all, take care, keep tuning in, and run, you young adventuring dreamers.